Did you know the Harley Quinn cast is already voicing the third season?
Oh wow! This is great because fans, impressed by the ending of Season 2, have already started building theories about what they will see in Season 3.
So, today we'll tell you about the top 5 Harley Quinn fan theories about Season 3.
Theory number 5. Joker will return and play a bigger role in the show. The fans are divided on this. Some say that the return of the Joker would make a huge difference to Harley. Maybe she will even be able to surpass her ex-boyfriend, and Joker will experience how Harley used to feel, overshadowed by the brilliant criminals Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
But the other fans strongly oppose this turn of events. Who knows if it will be possible to surpass the Joker at all? His and Harley's criminal backgrounds are very different, and even more so, if they somehow get close again, then what was the point of Harley leaving? Burn the bridge when you leave.
True, such a plot twist would only disappoint if Harley, having put so much effort into becoming independent, suddenly returns to who she was running from. Toxic relationships are evil. Let's hope Harley can handle the aftermath. After all, she's got Poison Ivy, and both of them are happy now. Let's move to the next theory.
Theory number 4. Kite Man will confront Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Why do you think this is possible? He was smart enough to break off his engagement to Poison Ivy. Why would he return?
There is actually a reason. Sooner or later, many villains get overcome by anger, resentment, and a desire for revenge. It's possible that Kite Man is no exception. After all, he's far from being the strongest villain of Gotham. And if he wants to move on, then he has to work hard. Perhaps breaking up with Poison Ivy will motivate him.
Maybe, but confronting Ivy would be kinda out of Kite Man's character. Something darker would have to happen for him to consider revenge on his ex. Unlike the comics of the DC universe, where Kite Man often acts in very ridiculous and odd ways, in this animated show, Kite Man is one of the most reasonable characters. Plus, he's such a nice guy.
That's a fair point. Perhaps the implementation of this theory feels rather unfair to Kite Man, not to mention that it would upset many fans.
Yes, Kite Man objectively deserves a better fate and all the best after what happened with his and Ivy's relationship.
However, such a theory exists. And perhaps in the new season we will see Kite Man from a different angle. The question is how exactly this character could become darker in a believable way, because it would be sad if the creators spoiled the character for the audience.
Or if Kite Man teamed up with someone like Dr. Psycho. By the way, the next theory is about him. Theory number 3. Dr. Psycho will take revenge and interfere with Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, his antics and awkward moments added fun to the show. Thanks to his peculiar humor, Dr. Psycho contrasts well with the other characters.
Yes, but the main reason the audience is waiting for his return is that Dr. Psycho will definitely want revenge on Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. After all, they ruined his plans to take over the world by brainwashing all the people. But will Dr. Psycho be able to get out of Arkham Asylum?
On his own? That's certainly a possibility. But after all the nonsense and C-words Dr. Psycho said in public, and especially after his failure to take over the world, there might not be many villains willing to help him out.
Even before all that, his reputation was dubious, among the villains as well. So let's see if Dr. Psycho shows up in Season 3. Maybe he will be able to surprise the audience yet.
Or will the fans be surprised by someone new? That's what our next theory is about. Theory number 2. Girls' Night Out episode repeats itself, or new characters enter the stage.
If you watch the show The New Adventures of Batman, then you probably remember the famous 20th episode called Girls' Night Out. Back then, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy were joined by Livewire, and they were hanging out and having fun together. While looting Gotham Mall, they also confront Batgirl and Supergirl, and throughout the episode, the girls confront each other.
Yes, at that time it was interesting to watch their confrontation, despite the fact that the episode was most likely needed to somehow dilute the general plot with Batman.
So it's no wonder that many fans suggested, what if Livewire plays a more important role in the Harley Quinn series and helps the girls commit crimes? Getting a glimpse of their dynamics with Supergirl and Batgirl would be interesting too.
On the one hand, yes, adding Livewire would be exciting, plus her presence would add a reason to feel nostalgic about the old series. But on the other hand, why repeat the success of the old series if you can come up with something new?
What, for example?
For example, Power Girl. She hardly ever appeared in the comics or in the film adaptations because she is very similar to Supergirl. Plus, she's from an alternative universe in the fictional multiverse. But the character is still an interesting one, and I would like to see how she would act in the universe of the Harley Quinn series.
Ooh, that would be something. After the DC Comics relaunch in 2011, it turned out that Power Girl had a crush on Harley Quinn. There was even a comics miniseries called Harley Quinn and Power Girl. Their comics relationship didn't last long though, because Harley deceives Power Girl, saying that they were fighting crime when in fact it was the opposite.
Given Harley's relationship with Poison Ivy, it would be even more interesting to see Power Girl's crush. Or maybe, by that time, Ivy would be out of the picture?
What do you mean, Mr. Scoffer?
Have you forgotten our craziest theory, Mr. Fullylover?
Oh yeah. Theory number 1. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy will break up. I don't understand why though. Why would they part if they just realized their feelings for each other?
What if the relationship really doesn't make sense? Some fans speculate that Poison Ivy's pursuit of being with Harley was nothing more than self-sacrifice and form of best friend support to get Harley out of a toxic relationship with Joker.
But this diminishes Ivy's feelings, and Harley's feelings as well, by the way. Yes, these girls might still face a lot of obstacles on their way to success in a harmonious relationship, but they can handle that. Harley and Ivy have been through thick and thin together, and they will reach their dreams in the future, to the envy of the Joker and everyone else.
Good speech, and I'm with you on that.
And do you guys agree with us? Or maybe you have other interesting theories about Harley Quinn? Let us know in the comments.
And don't forget to subscribe to Cartoon Junkies.